When you picture a Viking, what comes to mind? A fierce warrior, a magnificent long ship cleaving through a gray, unforgiving sea. But what if I told you that alongside these legendary seafarers sailed another, much furrier crew member? A silent guardian whose purr might have been the last sound a sailor heard before drifting off to sleep in the creaking belly of a ship 1,000 miles from home. This isn't just a charming image. The truth is, Vikings relied on cats, and their story is woven deep into the fabric of Norse exploration. Imagine life on a long ship. You're at sea for weeks, maybe months. Every sack of grain, every piece of dried fish is the difference between life and death. But you have an unseen enemy: rodents. Rats and mice, stowaways by nature, could infest a ship in days, contaminating food, gnawing through ropes, and spreading disease. An infestation wasn't an annoyance, it was a death sentence. It could decimate a crew far more effectively than any enemy axe. The Vikings, ever pragmatic, found the perfect solution to this life-threatening problem: the domestic cat. And we know this isn't just folklore. Archaeologists have unearthed cat skeletons in Viking graves and settlements all across their world, from northern Germany to the icy shores of Greenland. But the most stunning proof comes from their DNA. Genetic studies have traced the ancestry of these Viking cats, and the trail doesn't lead to the forests of Norway, it leads to Egypt. Cats with Egyptian mitochondrial DNA have been found at major Viking trade hubs. This means these feline pest controllers traveled north along ancient trade routes, likely passing through the grand markets of Constantinople before being welcomed aboard Viking ships. These cats weren't just passengers. Their genes mapped the vast, interconnected world of the Norse. But their role went far beyond simple pest control. Cats held a sacred place in Viking mythology. They were the chosen companions of Freya, the powerful goddess of love, fertility, and war. Her chariot, the legends say, wasn't pulled by horses, but by two magnificent cats. To harm a cat was to invoke the wrath of a goddess. To treat one well was to earn her favor, bringing good fortune to your home, your harvest, or your perilous voyage. Kittens were even traditional wedding gifts, considered essential for starting a new household. They were symbols of luck, divine protection, and the fierce independence the Vikings so admired. However, the story has a darker, more pragmatic side. The same archaeological digs that reveal cats buried as cherished companions also show a grim reality. At some sites, large numbers of cat remains have been found with marks consistent with skinning. In the harsh northern climate, fur was a vital commodity, and the Vikings, true to their nature, utilized every resource available. This complex relationship, part revered companion, part resource, reveals the unvarnished truth of survival in the Viking Age. So, the next time you envision a Viking longship, don't just see the shields and sails. Picture a sleek cat perched on the prow, eyes fixed on the horizon. These animals were not just pets. They were essential technology, spiritual symbols, and integral crew members who protected the food that fueled the Viking expansion across the known world. They were the silent, watchful partners in one of history's greatest adventures, reminding us that even the fiercest warriors relied on the quiet courage of a small companion.